What's going on, ESGNation, and welcome back to another episode here of the Highland Scotties Teambuilder Dynasty. As we're in the off season right now, so it's nice. We won the national championship, and today's episode we're going to kind of get at least the first part of the off season out of the way. As we're going to take a look at some final numbers here for the season, as well as talk about what's going to happen in season 7. And also to where you guys, and I'll let you guys know now, if you guys want to be a part of the series, you guys know how to do it. If you've been here on the channel now for a while, you guys know how to do it. But if you don't know, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Not to mention hit that bell notification so you guys will be notified of this series or any other series that happens to drop here on the channel. But the way you guys can be a part of the series is we're taking a look here at our schedule from this past season, which was a nice schedule. Had a lot of close games towards the end there that made me lose my breath sometimes. But yeah, for the most part here, I did pretty well at the end of the season. And of course, we won the national championship over Georgia and their final score 45-40. Yeah, good game indeed. But yeah, if you guys want to be a part of this series, all you have to do is let me know down below the player's name. There should be a link, there should be a pinned comment here in the bottom of the video here, but just copy and paste that information there of what I need to know about the player, plus, you know, like I say, and most importantly, a background, a story of the character of your player, stuff like that, so I can put you guys in the series. And if we happen to most importantly, I want to get you guys into the series once you get part of this team, but be a part of the recruiting and stuff like that. But if you're not, if you're not with us with the Highland Scotties, if you happen to go to somewhere else, I could schedule you that school that you're a part of, and then bring your story to life by when we face you and stuff like that. But yeah, just copy and paste the information is in the pinned comment, or go to our Discord. It's best bet if you guys go to the Discord, because then I can go there and get the information from there. But yeah, there's our Discord there. There's a link down below. Go to there and type in all, copy and paste that information down below in the pinned comment down below, and go to our Discord and just copy and paste it there. And yeah, that's how you guys can be a part of the series. I will let you know that if you're coming in as a freshman, if you want to come in as a freshman, you'll start off as somewhere around a 70 as a freshman, or somewhere between a 70 and 75, somewhere in there. And then if you want to come as a JUCO student, we'll have you go as no higher than 80 overall. So, and of course, JUCO stars, they're 2 years. You come in as a sophomore. Sophomore, junior, and then from there on. So, but that's how you guys can join the series if you guys want to do that way. Or you guys could pick up a player that I happen to pick up on the when recruiting, and you guys let me know who you guys want. I will have a video now. I'm going to start doing this now. I have a video on Discord that you guys can watch. See all the players that we're going after, and then whatever player we happen to pick up. Once we sign those players and they're officially a part of our team, then you guys can pick those freshmen that you guys want to be, and then you guys can rename them. You can, and the only thing I'm going to ask you to do is just be able to rename the player, and then maybe, of course, obviously change up some of their look to the player. So that's a great way for you guys to be a part of the series. It's free. You don't have to worry about paying for anything. It's just another way you guys can be a part of the series and just support the series and just have fun with it. But yeah, we finished up season 6, as we have now got our 5th national championship in 5 years. Yeah, I know, believe it or not, it's crazy. But yeah, 5th national championship in 6 seasons, and now we're getting ready for season 7, and a lot of things are coming about. Take a look here. 18 of 28, 415 yards, 6 interceptions. I don't see how you win a national championship game with 6 interceptions, but we did. And of course, it was all because of our running game there. You take a look there. Davison, the player of the game, 26 carries for 256 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns for him. Of course, Hines there for Georgia, 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. in that one. So Reed, he was our, I think I said this in the video there when you guys can go back and watch the National Championship there. But I did mention, I think a couple times there, I was trying too hard to get Reed to show off him being that the Heisman Trophy player. And there was a couple games this season that he really broke out as that guy that obviously he won the Heisman. But I was trying to do that in the national championship game, and computer was not letting me to have it. They were not letting. They're like, nope, not happening. So, but yeah, that was a tough game. There you see the numbers there. Of course, we'll see if Reed will come back next season. Remember, he is a redshirt quarterback for us, and of course, he has another chance to try to be a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, and we'll see if he can do that. Coming up in the hopefully in this upcoming season, we'll see if he'll end up staying or not. I don't know what it's going to be like. We'll see that here eventually here at least in this first part of the off-season video, if we got any guys leaving, some of our big players there. Of course, there you see Coach Teddy Bonds. There you see his record so far here. He has had 2 seasons that he was not undefeated. His first year, of course, we went to the the BCS championship, but lost against Alabama. And then season 2, won 12. We won 12 games, one loss, one national championship, and then won the national championship the year after that, and the year after that. First 2 years, those seasons 3 and 4 were undefeated, as well as we go to season 5 and 6. Here we go undefeated 14-0, and we win the Big 12 championship for the second time. In the 2 years that we've been in the first 2 years now, we've been into the Big 12. There will be some big changes coming up here. Like I said, in a lot of college football, like we were seeing in real life with conference realignment, schools are changing around, shifting around, and I think I mentioned this already, but Texas and Oklahoma, of course, in real life, are moving to the SEC, and they're going to be moving to the SEC going into the next season, and we'll talk about that more so in the part 2 of this off-season video when we show the conference realignment. And like I said, there is going to be a huge shakeup, as we'll see USC and UCLA. They'll be going to the Big Ten. I still don't know where I'm going to put Notre Dame. If you guys let me know down below in the description down below, let me know where they should go. I know there's in real life, there's a lot of talks about them moving to either the Big Ten or the ACC. So that could be a possibility here. And like I said, there's going to be a huge shift in all the conference realignment. Pac-12 is not going to look like the same Pac-12 that we've seen in the years past. I will say that, especially with losing UCLA and USC, there's going to be a huge shift. I know they're in real life, and there's talks about Oregon and Washington possibly leaving going to the to the Big Ten. So that could be another possibility for realignment there. But I think right now with I think I'm gonna try keeping them in the Pac-12 as much as I want to move them. As a lot of people are talking that they're going to move to the Big Ten, but I think we're going to keep them in the Pac-12. But yeah, there's, like I said, a lot of conference realignment. Of course, our big changes for us. We'll still be in the Big 12, but the Big 12 is going to change drastically as well, as we're bringing in real life, just like in real life. Cincinnati, UCF, and Houston coming into the mix, as well as 2 others. There's the Pac-12, the Big 10, SEC, Big 10, and ACC are all going to be 16-team conferences. So yeah, we got some big changes. We got some big shifts. A lot of teams moving around. Big 12, I'm still trying to decide who the other 2 teams are going to be. I'm thinking of maybe going after one of the 4 corner schools, or 2 of the 4 corner schools. Either if we bring in Arizona, obviously we have to bring in Arizona State, or we could bring in Colorado, bring Colorado back, and then bring in Colorado State with them, because they have a nice little rivalry between the two of them. Or we could bring in Utah, since we already have BYU in the Big 12, and then also I can't think of the other schools. I think it was going to be Air Force. I think it was the other one we was looking at. I've been talking with some of my buddies that I play the online game. I play this game online as well. So we're thinking about doing some conference. I want to do some conference shifting, because we are doing some conference shifting in the online game that we play of this. And so yeah, there's gonna be some changes coming around here. But getting back to the Scotties Team Builder series, this was a really good season. This was a really fun season, up and down, roller coaster of a season. We had a lot of crazy games that came down to the wire, came down to a single play or a drive that made some changes there. And it was just I had fun with this. This was a lot of fun. There you see the longest winning streak right now by Bonds with 60 games. So far, we have not lost at home. We have not lost since season 2, believe it or not, and it's still going. So I really been having fun with this series. I don't know if you guys have been enjoying it. I've been getting some decent feedback from a lot of people. But this has been a fun series, and like I said, I want to continue this series here. Now, when we go into season 7, we're going to try to go through it pretty quick. I'm going to try to have more of the videos up on a faster pace, but after we get done with these 2 off-season videos, we're probably going to take some time off for a bit, because I want to work on some other content, especially for NCAA. I want to get back into my Road to Glory series that I had on here about a year or so ago. With Matt Marvel's little brother, Miles Marvel. So I want to get back into that again and kind of get his career going, because where we left him at, we were still in freshman year on that series. So I definitely want to take some time to get that series back up and running again, and take some time off of this one. And then once we get that done, I get his first year done, then we'll jump back here on this series here with season 7. But yeah, season 7 is gonna be a lot of fun. Like I said, with a lot of conference alignment. We're gonna have some pretty new faces. This year we were able to use every single one of our scholarships here, and now the question is, who is gonna get cut? Because there's a good chance that some of your favorites could be getting cut from the team. I will say there are a couple of sophomores and juniors that we don't utilize too much. They may be getting cut because we got some pretty good freshmen coming in here that are going to be. I cannot wait to see what they're going to do. Of course, one of the players I'm really excited about next season, because he's played all 4 years. This will be his 4th year. Wow, I cannot believe this. I'm talking about Godfrey, Chad Godfrey. This is his 4th year as being on the first team. He's a wide receiver, and I really think he is going to be a dark horse for the Heisman this year, especially if Reed does not come back. He's definitely going to be one of those guys that is going to appear on that list that you're going to be like, wow, I did not know he has put up the numbers he had. And he has put up some great numbers this season. As you take a look here, we're looking at some of the teams, some of the coaches that got fired. I will say we're with the realignment, going back to that again, we are getting rid of the relegation because I want to start getting realignment going and start getting some of these new squads here. So, Texas, UTSA, they had a great season, but unfortunately just, they were not a big, they were not at the caliber they should have been when we brought them in. They were just not ready to come in the Big 12. But surprisingly enough, I will say Western Kentucky is definitely another school that I'm really considering keeping in the Big 12 going into to next year. As we take a look here, we're looking at some of the players here that are going to be leaving us, and we're going to. There's a couple players here now. Usually, I don't try to do this. If they want to leave, I'm going to let them leave. But per se, here we got a player here. I'm not sure who this is. His name is Matt. I didn't catch the name there of him, but he looks like he is trying to persuade him to stay here, and he decides that he is going to leave. Okay, so yeah, we end up. Fortunately, we cannot keep him around. So we got some other players here that we're looking at. Miller here. We're going to convince him to stay. He's going to stay, as he's going to try to get an earnest degree there. So that's nice. Parker, he's going to leave. He's going to go to Tulsa because of playing time. Davison is going to stick around because he just had a great year towards the end there, especially in the last national championship. Obviously had a great year, or a great game in there. That second half of the season was just a great year for him. Owen is going to stay because he's going to try to boost up his pro stock. Ben, I believe we're going to try to get him to stay here, and he's going to stay for another year there too. So nice. Ben Graham, Davison, Miller, and Owen are all going to stay around. And then you see there Little, Garrison, Moore, which I'm so upset about. He's a middle linebacker. He was just set a great. He's just a monster in that middle of the field there. He's going to leave because of graduation. So a lot of the guys, as you see, we're taking a look at Parker's numbers there. And I can understand that he definitely wouldn't have any playing time right now because we got such a great stack safety secondary here right now that he just would not get on playing time. So he's going to go to Tulsa in the transfer. And remember, this is not like the college revamp game where he gets to play that next season. He has to wait out a season there. So best of luck to him on that. But Bubba Daniels, Moore, and a couple others there are going to leave because of graduation. So congratulations to them. And of course, don't be surprised if you happen to see them come up in our Madden series or any Madden series in the near future here, as they could definitely get there and be a part of that and show off there in the world of professional football there. But we'll take a look here at some draft class, or at least the draft results here for us, and we'll see if anybody happened to go to the NFL here. And nope, nobody did. So unfortunately, we're not gonna have anybody in our draft here, and nobody's gonna go pro this year. So that's fine. It means everybody's coming back. So that means we'll have pretty much, we got to fill a couple holes there, especially like with Moore and Bubba Daniels and I'm trying to think who else was on that list. A couple other guys there. So we should have we should still have obviously the starting 11 on offense, and they just have to replace the one defensive player there, that being Daniel Moore there on the middle linebacker situation. So a few changes there. You see Dan Milton, he was one of the finalists there. Of course, he had a great year wide receiver wise, along with Golden. Golden was the finalist for the Heisman Trophy there. Of course, Hines had a great year, and of course Dykes as well, the middle the outside linebacker. Him and Hines were just a good 1-2 on that defensive side of the ball there. Here we're just looking at some of the other draft results here from other players around the Big 12. And of course, like I said, some of these players you'll probably see in a future draft classes on Madden, which I'll be dropping soon. There for Madden 23. I got a couple of them right now ready to go for you guys to download. If you guys happen to want to download those, and I'll have videos about those coming up. I'll have those out when those are ready to be download it for you guys, for your Madden franchise, if you happen to want to have some of these players from this series. But for the most part here, like I said, this was a good year. I'm really excited about next season because one, we got everybody, for the most part here, by the looks of it, we got most everybody coming back. Offense is going to pretty much stay the same with maybe a few changes with the offensive linemen. But for the most part here, it should be solid. We're also going to be working with a new offensive playbook that I've been working on. And I've been trying to put this together now for the last couple of seasons now for this series. I want to run the option a lot more, or a little bit more here than we have been. If you guys noticed towards the end of the season there, we were running the option quite a bit. Because I want to get in more of that, but especially now since Davidson's now kind of had a breakout season here. Looks like he's ready to go, and he's ready for, he's coming back next season there. And after the season he's had, that national championship game, the Big 12 game, the Big 12 championship game, and as well as the TCU game, he is just on fire right now. So I really want to keep that going and really get out the gate, just run out of the gate quick when he comes back in the fall. For the most part here, as you take a look here, just, your usual, I just kind of look at some of the, traditional, football schools that got a lot of guys coming out. So you got a lot of linebackers are still coming out of Penn State. I got a wide receiver and a safety, or I should say a corner there from Stanford, and then you see TCU, of course Texas. They of course them and Oklahoma will no longer be a part of the Big 12 once we go into season 7, which it's kind of bittersweet because we beat Texas twice. First time, obviously first time Texas should have had us. They should have gotten us there in that game because their quarterback that they had was just amazing. Maxwell, I'm glad to see him gone. Bye, see ya, because he terrorized us in that first game we played against. And then, of course, in the Big 12 championship game, they were just a no-show whatsoever. Like they were not prepared at all. And I was really thinking that, like, okay, they're gonna, they jumped on us pretty early last time around when we host them. Here we go. We gotta get ready, and next thing you know, it's just like we just took off. They did not show up at all for that game, so that was nice. Thank you, Texas. Had a nice victory over them, but we're gonna see them in the SEC. We won't play them at first, but we'll wait maybe a year or two, probably 2 years, and then we'll try to play them non-conference wise. Excuse me. And take a look at USC. Like I said, USC will be going to the Big 10 along with UCLA. And there you see some of the guys there for them that are going to go pro. Chris Singletary, their 4th round corner there for UTSA. 93 overall, the only guy that's going out for them. Of course, West Virginia. There you see there, we played them, I think, early this season as well. Had a successful game over them. Of course, Western Kentucky. Man, what can I say about that game? That game was wasn't expecting them to play that well, to be honest. But they did very well. Like I said, I kind of want to keep them around in the Big 12. That was a fun game against them, and they really did a great job pushing us. And even though they came up short, but towards they were pretty dominant throughout the whole game there. So we just got lucky with a possession or two and took advantage of it and was able to get a win out of it. But there you take a look here. Just look at some of our players there. Now, as we of course wrap up here the off season, we're kind of trying to wrap up with getting these final players here. We got a couple players here that we're looking at that we really want to try to go after. So, like guys like Freddie Smith, Jimmy Dean, and of course Ernie Warren are some of the last guys we're trying to go after. Rest of these guys, it's not going to work out. They're just too long of a shot for us to go after. They're usually all the guys that we've signed already here. And for the most part here, I'm pretty satisfied with a lot of guys we have here. We got a lot of guys over 75 overall. Then of course we got some role players here that we just got for some depth. You see a couple guys 64, 65, 66, 61. So they won't be playing right off the bat. May not even make it onto the team this year because, like I said, we got a lot of people that are still here. So cutting the team is going to be tough, and you'll see here what I'm talking about here a bit. But you see Atlas Larkin, who we've been going after the last year here. He is now committed to Kansas State. Quinn Dunlap, he is committed now to Ohio State. Ern Warren, he is committed to Virginia. David Jackson, who is committed to Notre Dame. Freddie Smith committed to Washington, and of course Antonio Burton is of course committed to Colorado. Burton, Dunlap, and Larkin are all guys from the state of Kansas. So they'll be going outside of the state, except for Larkin, who is staying there, and he'll be just going right down the highway from where he's from. He'll be going to Kansas State, so he'll be a Wildcat. So we'll see him. He's a fullback, 81 overall there, as we'll see what he can do there at Kansas State. I'm sure he'll do very well for them coming up, and like I said, he's got a good chance to start next season as their fullback as a freshman. So it looks like he's got some he's gonna have a good time there at Kansas State, there in Aggieville. But there you see some of the guys that we just that would not commit to us, which is fine, like I said, because we got quite a few guys in here. I think we got an extra 15 players or so. So we're gonna have to make some cuts here, and we'll have to see what we do. If I remember correctly, I think it was 15 that we had, extra 15 that we had there. So there you see Justin Brown. We didn't go after him. He'll end up going to, he's got, well, right now Nebraska's the lead there for Justin Brown, the halfback that is 69 overall. Balanced player from Lyons, Kansas. He's a 3-star athlete, 6 foot, 211 pounds. And of course we were trying to go after him, but you see we're 5'10" back of the lead, which is led by Nebraska, OSU, Oklahoma State, BYU, looks like Navy as well going after him. Jimmy Dean, he's on top of our list there, but he did not sign as we ran out of scholarships there, so unfortunately he was not able to sign. Then you see Atlas Larkin, Kansas. Oh wow, KU, K-State. Wow, that's a battle right there. They're going after the Overland Park player there. Of course, where you see the rest of them, some pretty good schools there for a lot of these guys there on that list. So not too bad. We did finish second in the rankings for prospects. So top classes there were ranked second. Michigan was ranked first. And then see SMU ranked the last at 126 for the season. For us, we had 2 5 stars, 9 4 stars, 14 3 stars there. A total of 25 athletes coming in. And like I said, we got every single last scholarship used. So now with all these guys coming in here, we gotta make some serious cuts here. This is actually the first time I've actually had every single scholarship used. Because normally I usually have maybe 10 or so left, and I'm trying to get those 10. At least try to get 5 of those guys filled. As before we get to the off season there, and I never get them. I may get like 2 or 3 signed during the off season, but we used every single last one of those scholarships there. So, like I said, the cuts are going to be tough. Honestly, in an ideal world, I don't want to cut anybody because everybody can be utilized. But at the same time, I can't. I can only have 75 players on the team, so a lot of them are gonna have to take a walk. I wish they had a practice squad on here, so you can put them on a practice squad and just hold on to them if you want them. If you want to keep them on to the team and just get them developed, and they can obviously be on the team next season, or if it happens, we have a freak injury of some sort and we need to, fill a roster spot, especially if a player can't play at all, like medical redshirt or something. That'd be something nice. Hopefully EA, if you're watching this, which I doubt it, but if you are, that might be something we can have in the new game coming up in 2024. But yeah, for the most part here, I mean, this was as you take a look here, just looking at some of the different schools and what they've got so far this season. And there you see, we just see the breakdown of each star and who had the best showing there when it comes to per class. And then you see 25, so we had the most out of all the schools. We got every single one of our scholarships used. Texas right behind this, along with Oklahoma State, North Carolina, and Louisiana Tech with 24. So we'll take a look here. We're going to make some position changes here. See, we got this one's first one is Darrell Alexander. He's a athlete. We're looking at our athletes that we got. Looks like the best place for him is a wide receiver at 80 overall, which is wow. He is definitely a beast there. And then of course we're going to look at Aaron Brothers, and it looks like the best place for him is he's a 75 overall athlete. Looks like he can be placed at the center position, which is nice because we need that. That is one of the emphasis that we had throughout the season, was trying to find some players that can play on the offensive line that can help us out offensively. Because ideally that's what I was trying to go after. And now since we have a couple of our offensive guys stand for next season, that's that's even be even better for us. Looks like a 70 overall here for Maurice Williams. And then there you see Silva. He's got to move there. So nice job overall there, as we got to move some of our athletes there. Now, as for some other players here, I don't remember here, but I don't think I made any changes to other positions for other players that are on the team as they are right now. So right now, pretty much everybody's staying where they're at. But as you take a look here, we got a lot. I love seeing these pluses there. Davidson now is a 99 overall, so that's great. He's, like I said, had a great year last year towards the end of the season with his speed and his running ability, and what he is doing with the football there towards the end, especially in that national championship game. And then, of course, you see some other guys there. King, Carter, Flanagan. That's Alex Flanagan's little brother, Axel. He's with us still, as he is, he's won the football as well, and see what he can try to do. And you see the Santos, who else? Blanchard. Let's see other Sands, Lewis, Barnes, Blankenship. Just guys, just doing the work here, doing a good job, and just showing up and showing out here, and trying to become national championship champions again. Some of them, of course, the first class obviously is long gone because we're in year 7 now. As you see here, wow. We have 90 players on here. We have to cut 20 of them, so this is going to be tough. I don't know how you decide how you're going to cut 90 players from the team here, but we are going to go through here. So look at the quarterbacks there. You got Stanford, Reed, Thomas, Flanagan, Walker, and Collins. Collins and Walker are your freshmen. Looks like we got that might be where we have to cut. I would hate to cut a freshman here because look, we got Reed and Stanford, who are both redshirt seniors. This will be their last year. But we got to get rid of one of our freshmen there, so we were going to cut him, or cut, I can't remember who that was there. But there you see our halfbacks, Silva. You got Charlie Lewis, who's our freshman redshirt, but Silva's our redshirt. But as you take a look at speed, they're pretty similar to each other. So I think we're gonna cut Charlie there. Unfortunately, we need that new blood because we got Davison and James, who are both seniors, but Davison is a red shirt. Looks like we're cutting Sylvia also. So yeah, so wow. So I guess, yeah, okay. So we got Carter, and then the other two who are, Carter's a sophomore, and then the other two I believe are freshmen. One's a redshirt freshman. We're gonna cut Woodard, Maurice Woodard, the fullback here that we went after there in off season, because I originally forgot that we had Flanagan. I think it's Teddy Flanagan or something like that. I forgot that we had him. Trevor Flanagan, excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and cut that other that freshman there, unfortunately. And then take a look at wide receivers. We have one freshman wide receiver. No, we got two. We got Mickey Miller and then Alexander, Iowa and New York. So Miller, I would believe, would probably be the guy we would cut, because Godfrey's taking over as wide receiver number 1. Robinson's going to be 2, and then Wilson will be 3. Then we got Slater, Thomas Slater. Wow. See here, I can't remember from because it's been a while since I've seen this video, so I do apologize. Not knowing right off the bat, first hand here. I don't have my notes on me right now. But yeah, it's going to come down to speed here. Burns is going to be nice because Burns is a freshman red shirt. Looks like we're going to cut Wilson instead. So we do cut an upperclassman, which is probably not ideal. But, you know, when you look at overall, you know, you look at the speed factor here, he didn't have too much speed. I think he had an 85 speed, so he wasn't really too helpful for us. Because we need those speedy wide receivers there, and we don't want to. I mean, we got so many guys in that freshman class there that could, you know, end up leaving early if they have a good season at 1 year. So we have to cut that out. Godfrey's a senior, which I cannot believe he's a senior. Wow, because I remember recruiting him. I recruited hard for him. Wow, we got 83 here, so we still got several more to go. Okay, we cannot. So, we'll end up losing our pipeline if we cut Maxwell. Okay, so maybe not. Oh, we did cut him. So now our pipeline to California is cut because you got to have 3. So unfortunately, that's something we'll have to work on with that pipeline to California, because you need 3 for a minimum. And I haven't unlocked that one to where you can have that pipeline for, I guess, for not for ever, but like you can raise the pipeline limit to like 4 or 5 for per state. So that's still, yeah, we definitely have to make some. Man, we still got to cut to like 12 more people. I didn't realize I brought this many wide receivers in here. Now as I'm thinking about here, looking at some of these, because like I said, this is footage I haven't seen for quite some time now. Wow, we had to cut another one there. So, wow. All right, so we got 3 freshmen we still got alive here. We got Davis, which I don't want to get rid of because he's a sophomore red shirt, and I can't remember if I cut him or not. He's 85 overall, 86 speed. I imagine I probably did cut him because he just doesn't have the speed. Because again, that's what we're looking for. So yeah, we end up cutting him. So Myron Davis is gone. Unfortunately, he did great work for us last year, coming in there, helping us out. So it looks like Burns is going to get a chance to play next season. So he'll be just like, he's got great speed. He's got 90 speed. So we could see possibly him be another Godfrey there to help us out. So that's going to be nice. So we got to cut 10 more people. Obviously, we can't have all these tight ends here. Because and of course, if we need any help with fullback, I think that's what I'm starting doing now, is using any extra tight ends we have and just put them just convert them as a fullback. So we got Cottrell, Smith, Barrett, and Bailey. And it looks like we're gonna get rid of Cottrell. So now we have 9 more we have to get cut. Smith, Barrett, and Bailey. There you see 69, 63, and 61 overall. pretty similar in speed. Strength-wise, pretty similar. And it looks like we're going to go ahead and cut him. So now it's Barnett and Bailey. Which I think in some ways we probably have to cut maybe all the freshman tight ends, which sucks because that's a nice tight end class coming in. Now that I'm kind of looking at some of this, and we're gonna have to cut him too. So that cuts now down to, we got 7 more players we have to get rid of. So Bailey, you might have to go adios as well, because Hicks is there. He's our freshman. But see, once Jackson and Ramirez leave next year, all we'll have is just Hicks and Matthews. So I mean, I guess we're all right, because Matthews is a freshman redshirt. So if that's the case, that's fine. So okay, we're gonna move on. Let's see here. Got Hill, Tyler Cox. See, Tyler, Cox, and Hill. Cox and Hill are the freshmen. We're going to keep Taylor because he's our veteran. Great left tackle there. So we got to make a decision now of which two we're going to go here. And I'm sure, if I remember correctly, I do remember looking at my notes to see who had the better, pass blocking, run blocking, and impact blocking. And I think might have been Cox. So we're going to keep Cox as he's going to be a 69 overall. I know, giggity. And then I'll take a look here. We got 5 more we have to cut. Okay, now we're gonna get to the ends here. You got Bryce Childs. You got Brothers and Rice, 3 freshmen. So I imagine we'll probably end up getting rid of Bryce Childs. See, that's what I said. I wish we could have these players stored as we redshirt them. You redshirt them, and then you can put them in like on a practice squad. That'd be really cool. Something that's like what Madden has, where you put them on a practice squad and get them developed, so they'll be ready for the next season. All right, what else? 4 more. Now, okay, so now we're gonna deal with the corners here. We got Owens, McCall. We're not getting rid of Yancey. We can't get rid of either. Even though he doesn't have the speed, he has an 89 speed. But Pope, oh wow, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh geez, 4 seniors. Jeez, how did I get so many? And then McCall's a junior. So if ideally, see, and then all you guys can go at once. That's what I'm scared of. Like I'm scared that they're over. So we end up getting rid of I can't think of his name now. Shit. So okay. Yeah, I did. Oh, jeez, wow. Well, safeties is going to be a position we're going to have to worry about next season. For sure, because, yeah, we are. I did not realize we were running that problem. So hopefully McCall will stick around next year and will not go. We got to make sure he does not leave next year. Okay, we got 2 kickers. Wow, okay. How the hell did I get another kicker this year? Because that's something I know I don't go out. I usually wait until like the kicker's well, okay, yeah, it would have been Wallace's junior year, so yeah. Because I would have went after him, so that ideally that makes sense there. In case he did decide Wallace decided to leave early, but we'll go ahead and get rid of him, and then probably have an extra punter. Yep. So we got Cross and Williams. So Williams, he'll go. We'll let him go, even though he's at 84 overall. Jeez, a senior. So next year we'll have to go after a punter again to make sure we have a punter. Wow. I mean, in some ways I'm kind of glad that everybody's sticking around, but at the same time, I was kind of, I guess I was kind of preparing myself for people to leave, and we didn't have a huge max exodus of leaving, because I did request some guys to stick around, but I knew those positions that we needed for those guys to stick around for at least another year so we could bring in somebody. But yeah, these other ones, wow, my bad. I thought they would. I thought they would have been. I thought the two, especially the kicker and the punter, I thought they would be gone this year. So yeah. But anyway, that was interesting. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen that footage there. So as we take a look here, we wrap up part 1 of this off season. Like I said, with just showing you guys the numbers, season numbers there, show you guys the new changes to the squad there. We'll talk more about them and those players coming in and what our goals are for next season. And of course, what we're going to obviously now we definitely have to work on getting corners for next year, because we're going to probably lose all 3 or 4 of them that we have right now next season, with the exception of McCall. Hopefully we can convince McCall to stay, but you never know. But yeah, coming up in the next episode, in the part 2 of the off season here in episode 103, we'll take a look here at the custom conferences. We'll show you guys more of the realignment. We'll talk more about that. Of course, BCS Bowl tie-ins, and then of course we'll show you the the schedule, most importantly, and then yeah, that'll be it. We'll get ready for then of course the episode after that, or it'll be the first episode as we usually have to start off the season, which will be the preview of the season for season 7. We'll talk about the first game of the season, and of course we'll show you guys some of the the recruits that you guys have submitted, and as well as what I've created, and as well as my buddy Steve, who also made the creations here on this series. We'll have those players and showcase those players there. So if you guys want to get your recruit in, get them in now here. I'll let you guys know. Pay attention to our Facebook or to our Twitter, and also here on YouTube. When it comes to the community page, I will let you guys know. I would say probably by the end of January, you need to have all your players in. So if you want your players in, remember it's the first 20 people. First 20 people get their players in. They're in the series. We'll try to recruit them and whatnot. We have 20 spots. Me and Steve usually create about 4 or 5 players. So, but if your guys' players are good enough and they're convincing enough, especially the story, the background of the players and story-wise, then you guys are in. So, but that's it for me for this episode. Stay tuned for part 2 of the off season coming up here on the channel. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.